Hey Metazul, how you doing?
Good. What's up, Rain? How are you?
Good. So tell us about this trip you're taking.
This trip in the Carretera Austral or the trip in general that I've been on for 10 months?
Carretera Austral.
Oh, Carretera Austral. We've been here with a rental car for about 2 weeks doing this route of Southern Chile from Puerto Montt all the way south to Villa O'Higgins, which is where we are right now.
Nice. So how many ferry crossings did you do?
We've done 3 ferry crossings. One very close to Puerto Montt, which was pretty cheap and pretty quick, I think about 30 minutes. The second one was from Ornopiren to Caleta Gonzalo, which was a long one, like 5.5 hours, I think. And then the last one today from Caleta Yungay to Rio Bravo, which was free, the only one that was free, and it took about 45 minutes.
So how was the road in this highway?
In the beginning, it was not bad, and then it got pretty shitty, and we had a lot of rain and a lot of potholes. And then it got like a little bit better in that, because less potholes and gravel, flat at least. Could go 50-60 kilometers an hour and not worry, although we did have to go up and down a lot of mountains.
So how many days did you take from Puerto Montt to O'Higgins?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, today is exactly 2 weeks. So Friday, we got it on Friday 2 weeks ago, and now it's Friday again. So it would have been December 2nd until now, December 16th.
So how many stops, like overnight, did you stay each
So let me
places?
try to figure this one out. We picked up the car in Puerto Montt, and then we stayed in a very, very small town just outside of Puerto Montt for our first night to kind of rest up, especially because Rain here had a lot of flight before that. Then we went from there, we crossed the ferry and we stopped in Ornopiren for, I believe, 2 nights. And then from there we did the long ferry crossing and drove some more and made it to Chaiten, and we stayed there for 2 more nights. And from Chaiten we went to Coyhaique, and we stayed there for 1 night. From Coyhaique we went to Villa Cerro Castillo, which we stayed, I believe, 3 nights because a lot of good hiking. And then from there we went to Puerto Rio Tranquilo, which we spent 2 nights in the dome. And then from there we went to Cotrane for 2 nights. And now we're arriving here to O'Higgins for another, I think, 2 nights.
How many national parks did you visit?
Let's see, Ornopiren National Park, Cerro Castillo, I forget the name, starts with a P, that is
Pamaling.
close to
Pamaling
something.
Pamaling National Park.
Close to Chaiten.
Mm-hmm.
And the Glacier San Rafael, Parque Nacional San Rafael, and now the park that we're in currently, I don't think it's a national park, but it's a park.
Yeah.
So I believe about 5.
How many animals did you see?
We saw dog, cat, cow, guanaco, which is kind of like a llama. We saw 1 fox in the road. We saw a lot of different kinds of birds, condors, ducks. We saw 1 sea lion on the ferry crossing. And anything else?
Puma poop.
We saw a lot of puma poop, and we saw the bones of a guanaco. So we know and we felt that pumas were around, but we did not actually see one.
So do you recommend this trip to anybody? And any advice to them?
Yeah, I definitely recommend it because it's super beautiful. Recommendation is to having a 4x4 car or be pretty well versed with driving a manual car because it's much more easy switching the gears and it's just much more equipped to do the terrain. And I would say plan little by little as you go, a few days in advance, to see which parks are there so you don't get overwhelmed because there's so many different towns and parks and all of them have some crazy name like Fukulefu and Puyuhuapi, and it gets a little bit overwhelming if you try to like map it all out. So keep it a few days before and go with confidence. Don't be afraid if it gets bad weather. It'll clear up, and even the rainy days are very nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.